Ah, recess, such a bittersweet experience when you were younger. On one hand, you had the freedom and joy of escaping class for an hour, but on the other, it also brought about the dreaded moment where teams needed to be chosen. You'd shift from foot to foot with your eyes staring at the ground, trying to make it look like you weren't even paying attention. But all the while, your heart was racing as you waited, hoping for someone to yell out that magical phrase, "I'll take you." It's funny that in our early years, we already understood the idea of the chosen ones, of being picked, and how powerful, how important it felt to be selected, to be part of it, to be part of the team. But it was more than just that, because those childhood memories, those moments, realize it or not, they gave us the opportunity to learn about ourselves, about our ambition, tenacity, and personal standards, even resilience. For this reason alone, getting picked for a team, or not, served as special moments in our formative years that somewhat shaped who we are today. A listener wrote me the other day, which, by the way, it's truly humbling how many people take the time to write, and I never would have guessed that someone so small as myself could receive email from so far and wide. And although it takes me some time to respond, rest assured that I'm reading each letter with undivided attention. The kind words, the stories, the, "Hey, could you talk about this?" that just continue to pour in, it lifts my spirits no matter the mood that I'm in. So I truly appreciate being connected with so many wonderful people around the world. So thank you. And for those that don't know, you can write chad@calmitdownpodcast.com. Again, that's chad@calmitdownpodcast.com. But back to the listener. So this listener wrote in and they asked, why is life this way? Oof, a heavy one indeed. And they went on to list the challenges, the uphill climbs, and the disappointments, and various detours that just never seem to end. Why is life this way? Life, with all of its complexities, it can feel like an unending battle at times. It can certainly be hard, confusing, unpredictable. And it's easy to get overwhelmed and discouraged, wondering why life has chosen this particular path for you as a person. And there are so many facets to explore and appreciate. Some that are right in front of us, and others we kind of have to hunt for. And life is inherently complex and interesting. What matters most is not necessarily why life is this way, but how we choose to adapt towards this why. Do we go day by day feeling victimized by our circumstances, or do we take control of our narrative through self-reflection and awareness? Either way, it can be exhausting, but the decision is ultimately ours. But what if we took a different angle, right? What if instead of asking why me, we asked, what is life preparing me for? I'm going to say that again. What if instead of asking why me, we asked, what is life preparing me for? Because often the challenges that seem so difficult to overcome now, they can actually equip us with the strength and understanding that will help us support those around us in their own struggles. What is life preparing you for? The truth is, are you ready for this? Are you listening? Life chose you. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Life really is a team sport, and I'm going to be completely transparent. I am not a team sports person, not even really a sports person. I'm a pianist. I'm a runner, a devoted yogi. I wrestled in high school, which is odd, I know. Most of my quote-unquote sport activities have always been just a person of one, me. But more and more, I'm discovering that life isn't meant to be experienced under this curtain of solitude, if you will. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of value in time spent alone, but if you don't share your experiences doing something meaningful with other people, you kind of clock out of life altogether. If we want our lives to actually mean something, it starts by us realizing that life chose us. It's up to us to remember that we aren't playing for ourselves, but for everyone around you, for the team. Life chose you. Life can be difficult when the unexpected things happen. I'm not going to argue that at all. It can feel like life is happening to you instead of for you. But the truth is that life chose you, even in the midst of hardship. So, as hard as it may seem, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to understand why life chose you. And believe it or not, being a part of this team, it's something to be ever so proud of. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, everything is connected. There's a reason for everything that happens to us, and it's all connected. Yes, life can be absolutely confusing and overwhelming at the best of times, and it's hard to make sense of things that happen to us. It feels like there is no connection between our experiences. But if we don't take a step back and look at our lives from a wider perspective, we won't be able to notice the amazing web that connects all of our moments together. From big life events, such as meeting your future partner, to small little coincidences that had immense impact. Maybe stopping to tie your shoe is how you met your future partner. Everything is intricately interconnected and ultimately leading you towards an even greater plan. When we are having a difficult time, it's helpful to remember this, that instead of feeling like you got dealt a bad card, acknowledge all the blessings you've received and the ways in which these experiences have shaped your journey. Everything is connected. It is, and that's a good thing. Everyone has an inner strength that can help them get through life's toughest circumstances. I know, it seems cliche, but it's true. It's when things are at their darkest that you find out what you're really made of. When going through difficult times, it may feel like all hope is lost, but you might be surprised to find you have a lot more mental and emotional endurance than you thought. Difficult moments in life can make us wiser, they can make us stronger, they can make us kinder, they can humble us, which is good, and it can also open our eyes to a new world around us. We were chosen to experience this life not just because it's part of the journey, but because you have what it takes to find your way through whatever challenges come your way. So take comfort in knowing this. Take comfort in knowing that no matter how tough it gets, you are tougher. You are. You are stronger than you think. Again, you have an inner strength that can help get through life's toughest circumstances. And then finally, number 3, you have something unique. You do. It may not feel like it. Certain days it may not seem like that at all. But you have something unique to offer. Everyone has something unique to offer the world, no matter their situation or background. Going back to the team analogy, everybody has their position, and they all have strengths and they all have weaknesses, where that other person's strengths come in to fill up that weakness. During difficult times, it's important to remember that life chose you because of this special quality that only you possess, and use it as motivation to keep going through things when they get tough. Your unique qualities are what make you special. So focus on honing what makes you, you, even when things seem impossible or out of reach at first glance, because your success will eventually come with hard work and dedication and knowing that you are unique and what you offer is just as unique. It's easy to forget that life chose us instead of the other way around, especially when it's during times of chaos and disappointment. And like it or not, it's up to us to find a way to make the best of these disappointments. The key is to focus on our strengths instead of wallowing in self-pity over our weaknesses. And when we do this, we open ourselves to all kinds of new and exciting opportunities. The next time you feel like you aren't good enough, or experienced enough, or feel like that you've been just run over yet again, remember that those very experiences are what make you the perfect person for the moment that you are in. I'm going to say that again. Remember that those very experiences, those ups, those downs, those being run over, they are what make you the perfect person for the moment that you are in. Take a deep breath. Take a big exhale and know that you have what it takes. You have what it takes to pick yourself up, to help others through their challenges, and to understand the why that life chose you. What is life preparing you for? I cannot wait to hear. Life chose you. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, hear the musical playlist from today's episode, or simply wanting to know where to send chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. You're not alone. You are not alone. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. And now something my attorney wants me to say. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and is not intended to, nor should they serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should only act upon the advice of such physician. Now, what I'd like to say. I am an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this and future podcasts in aiding those needs. To find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And finally, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of emotional health. I'm Chad Lawson, and until next time, be kind to your mind, and join me next week as we calm it down.